Alright, I've been trying to make this video and it's quite hard to fully explain without like making it confusing, so I'm just gonna try again. And basically all I'm saying is, okay, we're just trying to use the most recent legs. This is what is gonna be so helpful because we don't need all of this stuff to the left if we're zooming in and out of time frames. Like for example, okay, daily. Let's say for example I don't need everything to the left. So daily, where's the next draw? It's gonna be here. Right? 4 hour. So I've got my daily draw there, 4 hour draw. I don't know at this point. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me skip a little bit because this. Okay, cool. The only reason I skipped that is because it was late in the day. This was 8:30 New York time, so I want to get back to actual time frame that I would trade. Right, so daily. Right, so daily I don't know. Could be this high. Could also be this low. Right, okay. 4 hour now. If I'm looking on the 4 hour, we've inversed that, and now we should potentially come to this high. Right, I'm already semi-confusing myself, so I need to. It's to do with drawing liquidity. Okay, I'm losing this already. Okay, all I'm trying to say is, this doesn't matter too much, these higher time frame stuff. This is just going to give me the idea of where the pull is. Realistically, I think that it's going to be higher now because this is such a sharp down movement and up movement. So that's one time frame telling me that the draw is higher, right? So here, basically, all I'm saying is, essentially, don't worry about the stuff to the left. Use it as ideas of being like, okay, I've got a higher time frame reaction here. Look, for example, took a lot of liquidity up here, all these highs, and so we've had a reaction, but that's not enough for me on a 1 minute time frame. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. That is not enough for me to get in on this inversion here. What I'm trying to say is, okay, if this was me here, seeing this reaction on a 1 hour, okay, I'm like, cool. Took a lot of liquidity, rejecting that fair value gap. Where would the next draw be? Okay, it would possibly be, at the time, it would have been this candle's low, and then obviously you've got another one here, which would be this candle's low leading into this fair value gap. And what I'm trying to say is, it's not a good trade to just jump in on this inversion here when we haven't even had a market structure shift. What I'm trying to say is wait and be patient for the time frames to align. It's not just, and when you say align, it means they have to all shift and be like, okay, now in this recent leg, look, I ain't worried about all this stuff to the left now currently because I'm expecting lower prices, but I'm waiting for confirmations of them lower prices. So, for example, we've inversed this, we've rejected this. Then, okay, there's no trade here, but this would be your trade, like inside of that little move there, and then carrying on. Look, coming down. Now with this market structure shift, look, we're clearly respecting bearish. There's no inversion set up here for me to take, but this is what I'm saying, it's just waiting. So for example, let's look at this on the other end of the spectrum now. So we got a 1 hour gap here that we are currently rejecting just about. It's a small little gap, but we are rejecting it, right? But that, for me, that's not enough for me to go, I'm gonna get in on this inversion, even though you would have made a little bit of money off that, like if you would have like just went break even or whatever, like a small little trade. It's not enough because the shift hasn't happened. We haven't seen other things to back it, and I'm going to show you that on a lower time frame. So for example, Right, we're in this 1 hour gap. We're also in a 15-minute gap, which is helpful. Okay, so now, even still, same thing. There's nothing telling me that we're bullish yet. For all intents and purposes, we're bearish, even though we're rejecting this. Until I see something change on a lower time frame and give me an entry, then I can't go. I can't be bullish yet. Okay, for example, now, okay, we're clearly looking at taking these highs here. That would be the most logical thing, and now we have a little bit more confirmation of that because we're rejecting a 1 hour, and now we've just made a 5 minute. So I don't know if we're gonna get this trade, but let's see. We've just made a 5 minute gap. Alright, cool. We didn't get the trade. Did come into this 5 minute gap, but with that, obviously no entry for me there. So, and then okay, then we took it. Right, so then we go, okay, what's next? No reason to stop us going more bullish. Remembering we're inside of a 1 hour. Okay, now we're inside of a 15 minute. It's still just waiting. Now I'm looking for longs because we've got the lower time frame telling me that that's what we're rejecting. We've got the higher time frame telling me that the draw is higher. But the most important thing is now I've got the lower time frames backing me. In the most recent leg, okay, for example, this 15 minute gap here, this wouldn't be for me to look for shorts because 15 minute there, we've respected that. And now in this 5 minute leg, there is no, I'm catching a falling knife if I look for shorts here. The only way I would start looking for shorts here is if we rejected this, then we started breaking new lows, and do you know what I'm saying? It's waiting for the super duper confirmation. So all I'm doing now is just looking for new targets. So for example, we've got this high up here, which is going to be a target. We've got, like closing this gap, which we're in right now. So again, now I'm just waiting for the confirmation entries. I feel like we're bullish, but let's see. Okay, coming lower. Okay, cool. So now it's going to be an interesting one because we're now trapped between two fair value gaps. So if I'm being honest, I don't know where this is going to go now. So I'm going to wait for more confirmation. I do feel like this gap should hold, and I would love a trade inside of this gap. But I'm going to wait to see. Okay, cool. I feel like that might be enough confirmation. Rejecting off that, we took enough liquidity coming lower. We have made equal lows down there. So 15, we're rejecting two fair value gaps. But we've also come up with quite a high amount of volume. We expected a reaction. We've held this 1 minute. I'm going to take this because we've held a 1 minute. We're holding a 5 and a 15. We're holding at 1 hour. This should go. Okay, nice. So we got that. And then, okay, I can't lie, I felt confused doing that. I did feel confused, but the more I do this and realise, okay, this is what I need, this is how you align the time frames. It's not just saying, oh, I've got this and I've got that idea. It's like, okay, cool, what's actually being shown to me right now? What am I actually seeing right now that's telling me and backing up the idea that that's what I want? So now, for example, this is giving me even more confirmation now that we're going to go higher bullish. because we're now rejecting this fair value gap. Or we're not rejecting it, but we're closing it. Are we going to close it? Looking like we are. Yeah, and we do. So now, okay, cool. It's pretty clear that this is the next high. And then we're waiting to see, we need some significant liquidity being taken. And then we need back in from another time frame. I feel like this could be a move. Don't know if it's significant enough liquidity, but I feel like in this 1 minute leg with respect to that, come up, we come down, we haven't broken that. So maybe I'll take this. I don't feel super duper confident in this, to be honest. This would be more of a FOMO thing if I took that, I think. Okay, I'm glad I didn't take that because there wasn't enough liquidity to be swept at that point. Alright, now that could be a move. Do we have a higher time frame back in? Yeah, we do. We've got a 15-minute gap that's just been inverted. We've got a higher time frame target. We've got liquidity taken. We've got 15-minute respecting, fast momentum down, fast momentum off. This should go. I don't see why it wouldn't. And there we go. Man, that feels so much more clear to me. And it's just waiting for them confirmations. It's trading in line with the fucking trend. Like that's all it has to be. I'm not trying, like, I feel like a lot of my losses were coming from trying to catch the bottom of something or catch the top of something, like, and don't get me wrong, you can get trades that, because look, when we came into this 15-minute gap here, there was an inversion right there, which said, take me, and to be honest, you could have maybe took that because look, we come up, we've now made a bearish gap, we're respecting a bearish gap, then we inverse a bullish gap. You could take that to them lows, but it's just, it's waiting for them confirmations in the leg that you're in, and waiting for that significant liquidity to be taken in the leg that you're in. So that was 2 for 2. I feel like, I don't know, maybe you could leave a runner to that. I don't know, it might come lower. We'll hit that, yeah. So potentially you could have gotten on another there, but not really took enough liquidity on that. Unless it took it on a 5 minute. But yeah, I don't know, that's something that I just feel like has helped me realise, because these one-to-one trades, you shouldn't be just gambling with these one-to-one trades. You need the ultimate confirmation. You're like, okay, boom, that's saying this, that's saying higher, boom, that's saying higher, that's saying higher, la la la, boom, we took lower liquidity, now that's saying, like, all of those things. Then it's like, okay, fucking go time, like, it's go time. Also, this is an AMD, like, this is a nice little big accumulation manipulation move. Again, same here, look, AMD, accumulation, bang, straight into there, bang, straight back up. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. It's coming down off of these higher time frame things. Part of me, man, I'm not very good at speaking at the moment, but part of me still isn't the most clear about it. I know I need to put this more into practice, but I think it's the most thing that I can focus on is what is right now next, because all this stuff to the left is only going to give us ideas on where we can expect reactions from. These old stuff and these higher time frames are just expectations of where we can, where we're thinking that price action is going to go next. for example, look, we've got this next high. I'm thinking that that's going to go next, but do we have confirmation on these lower time frames that that is what's going to go next? Look, so just took an important high now. So you never know. We could start looking for. We could be looking bearish now. We're respecting that gap. Look, we're respecting that gap. Can we respect that one? We do. So now we're getting lower prices. Where's our lower targets? Do I have a higher time frame backing yet? No. So I'm still waiting. I'm waiting. I don't know. It's got to be. I need to still practice it anyway. But my point is, fucking just trade in line with the trend, like. And also, the more I look at it, this is actually like market maker models. It actually is like seeing this stuff. It reminds me of that market maker model video, so I might rewatch that. But yeah, hopefully, future Ali, this helps you when you get stuck.